So I've prepared this production to show you how to use the Abacus calculator on the scientific calculator for statistical functions. Turn the thing on. Okay, so we go to setup. Okay, setup, so we've got different things there. That's where we adjust things to degrees for the different angles. We go down further, arrow key down, and you see the statistics is number 3. Click on that, and then that gives us a choice of whether we want a frequency distribution table, a frequency column, or just single data. So I want frequency column, so I put that on. Next thing, I want the calculator to be in statistical mode. It appears as if it is, but most of the calculators you pick up will not. So we go to mode function, and this is how you would change it back from statistics by pressing 1. We're happy to have statistics. I'll repress that. The number 1 is the one we need to do to show our table. VAR stands for variance, because a lot of statistics is to do with how things vary from the mean. So question number 1. We've got our frequency table. Let's enter some data. If you're using your own calculator, you're pressing the just equals key, okay, or if you're using a laptop, you'll be pressing enter. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So let's pick some data. Okay, 3 equals, notice how it moves down to the next one. 4 equals, 5 equals, 6 equals, 7 equals, 8 equals. Say perhaps there are scores. By default it has a frequency of 1. If that, we can leave the calculator like this if we wish to do all our things. We'll go up and let's make up some different things. So let's go across now and say perhaps there were 2 3s. 2, again we have to go equals. Understand? So the next one, 4 equals, so there's 1 of those equals, 6 of those equals, 7 of those equals, haven't run out of data yet, 3 of those equals, and let's say 8 eighths. Okay, so we've put all our scores down in our frequency column. Okay, so we've displayed our data in the distribution. We now are going to go to our summary statistics, which is our mode, our median and mean, etc. Go to second function. Notice it goes up there, second function. Press 1. And again, we have some different things here. Most of the time in Year 10, will we only be continue concentrating on variance. However, when we start looking at standard deviations by formula, we will have to go to number 4. So we're going to go number 5, variance again, and you notice your options that come up for the data you put in. If we typed in number 1, N, that stands for how many scores we have in there. I could do that. I'm not going to. I'm going to go to number 2. At X, a little bar above that tells the mean of that distribution. Okay, so it's number 2. Press number 2. There it is showing mean equals. So the average, it's done the frequency times score column divided by the sum of the frequency column, and we have an average score of 5.9666. Okay, happy with that? Okay, so we go back up to that. Let's delete that, get that out of there. Okay, let's go to the second function again. Stats variance. Number 5 variance again. And this time, this symbol here is standing for the standard deviation of this number of scores. Number 3. So we have the standard deviation of our scores, which indicates the average dispersion from the mean of 5.99. It turns out to be 1.58. So every score is on average is 1.58. That deviates from the mean. Okay, when we get to the formula section, I'll show you those, but we might as well do that now for those of us that are in Year 12 using this. Okay, so let's go up and delete again. So second function, variance, this time number 4, sum, and this sums. That's the sum of our scores, but we need the sum of our scores squared when we use our standard deviation formula. Press the number 1. So the sum of our scores squared is going to be equal to 1143. Now that is the frequency times the score squared. Okay, anyway, I hope that's helpful for your students. Okay, so again, if we want to put the calculator back onto computing, computations, it's number 1. Okay, if we go back again to mode, number 2. Okay, our data's probably all gone from before. Yes, it has. Alright, thank you everyone. All the best.